Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am working on a video that's going to show you the easiest way to stay warm during a winter emergency where you lose power, heat, whatever it may be, but you can survive. And that's going to be out later on today, maybe closer to the evening. However, I wanted to talk to you about what is coming down the line as far as natural gas prices and as far as how cold it's going to be in the lower 48. I'm talking about the United States here. In the lower 48, it's going to be cold this year, and I'm going to show you why. But first, U.S. natural gas spikes as temperatures are about to dive nationwide. In my opinion, you should have been thinking about this a long time ago on how you could stay warm during this winter, especially if you're on the threshold of being able to afford a heating bill that is going to be a lot more than what it was last year at the same time. There is still time for you to prepare and make sure that if there is some kind of an emergency, that you can at least stay warm. Right? This is a big deal because staying warm, having shelter is one of those things that you need in order to stay alive, just like food, just like water, right? Even self-defense. I'll throw that one in there because that's just as important. But here they say that U.S. natural gas prices capitulated into the stratosphere on Monday morning after a new 2-week weather forecast showed average temperatures across the country would begin to dive next week, driving up heating demands. But AP, how can I get ready for something like that, only a week or 2 weeks in advance? Well, you can, and I'm going to cover that during the video that I put out later on today. Natural gas for December deliveries soared as much as 13% to $6.40 per million BTUs in New York. And it is the East Coast, the central part of the lower 48, so the United States, all the way up to the East Coast, is going to be chilly this winter, ladies and gentlemen. I've heard some other sources say that it's going to be a warm year. Well, I believe that for Alaska, it's going to be a warmer year, but not for the lower 48 if you take a look at the jet stream. And let's take a look at the jet stream right now. Some people may not understand what the jet stream is, but I've got a little picture here that I can show you, and hopefully you can understand better. And if not, you can do a little more research on your own. So as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the jet stream that's being anticipated for this winter of 2021 and 2022. And you can see that the jet stream is just a highway. It's kind of like a highway of air that goes around the globe. It makes its way around the globe, and then it just keeps going around. And this jet stream is going to be part of La Niña pattern, which I believe last year we had a La Niña pattern as well. And you can see that if you see all the way up here, I often wonder why they don't include Alaska in these things. I'm always trying to look up there in the corner. What's it looking like in Alaska? But you can see that the jet stream comes down, and you see that this jet stream is bringing cold air. It's not bringing warmer air. So as you can see where it says here cooler, that's going to go ahead and bring it all the way down and then bring it back up to the northeastern states mostly. So these are the areas, I would say, all the way like this, that's going to be affected the most, and you must prepare. I believe that in this area of the country right here, people are already used to cold winters, but probably not around here and in the mid part of the United States. So this, in my opinion, is going to be a colder winter for the lower 48s, whereas it's going to be a warmer winter for us here in Alaska. But I could be wrong. So they continue to say here that prices have come down just a little bit since the high to $6.27 per million BTUs, which is about 13 cents less than the high. Yeah, it came down about 13 cents less than the high. Bloomberg cited data from a private forecaster that shows cold weather in the West will traverse the country into the Midwest next week. The 2-week outlook for the U.S. for the lower United States shows average temperatures that will begin to sink this Sunday and fall well below below 30-year mean. So I don't think it's going to be a warm winter as it's been stated in other sources. And although the second half of the month of November, so from November 15th, average temperatures across the U.S. could average in the mid-30s, which is still chilly enough for you to have to keep your heat on, and people are going to be paying a lot more for heat this winter, as we've been talking about pretty much all year long. And the thing is that people don't realize that they think of natural gas as a heating fuel, which it is used as a heating fuel, but it is also used for production of energy, right? So for the production of electricity, better said. U.S. lower 48 heating degrees days will rise well above a 30-year trend line, meaning that the days in this winter, the days of this year where you have to heat your home is going to be higher in number of days than the 30-year mean, indicating that heating demand via households and businesses will soar as colder temps swoop across the nation. Why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about the price of natural gas? It goes back to what I've often said about the price of all inputs. Right? Anything that you use, that a business uses as an input, something that they need in order to make a product, grow something, transportation, heating, all that kind of stuff, that is going to affect your bottom line. Why is that? Because it affects their bottom line. And this is just something else that we need to understand is going to happen. So can we prepare for this now? I have a feeling that there's a lot of people that think that this inflation that we're going through, that it really will be transitory, meaning that it's going to go back down here in the next few months, because that's what they were told a lot of during the beginning of this inflationary period that we are living through. And I think that a lot of those people are probably holding back, saying, wait a minute, I'll just get prepared when things come back down in price. They're not coming back down in price. You know, when you see things hit a record high and then you see them come back down, many times they come back down, but never to their average, to their mean of what it was before that period started. So people that think that they're just going to wait until things come back down in order to stock up and have all of those things that they need for an emergency, you're going to get left holding the bag. Right? You're going to get left holding the bag, and that's that bag of paper, of dollar bills that you have, that you think was going to get you more tomorrow than what it can get you today. It never works that way. And they finish it off here, ladies and gentlemen, by saying the gas rally underscores how sensitive traders are to potential cold blasts, as below normal stockpiles and booming exports stoke concern about whether supplies will be enough to meet demand in deep freeze. And my question is this: if we have such a short stockpile here in the United States, then why are we exporting our natural gas overseas? It doesn't matter what country it is. Right? It doesn't matter what country it is. I have nothing against any other country, before any of you all out there get angry for me saying that. But don't you think that maybe we ought to be keeping that natural gas here where it's needed, especially if we were the ones that produced it? However, I digress. Ellie Rubin, an analyst at EBW Analytics Group, said the prospect of colder weather means traders are buying back into natural gas markets. Prices have slumped by more than 35% since August, with huge funds trimming bullish bets to the lowest in 2 years, all because of warmer weather. Natural gas appears to have found a near-term bottom, as Old Man Winter is set to make an entrance. As a reminder, soaring energy prices in the U.S. Means that households are going to pay 47% more for electricity. Like I said, it doesn't just affect heating. There's a whole bunch of other things that it will affect. Another big thing that it will affect, fertilizer, ladies and gentlemen. Fertilizer, you need natural gas. All right, so we're looking at paying 47% more for electricity than a year ago. So expect those electric rates to go up. If your electricity rates have gone up substantially by like 25-50% throughout the nation, go ahead and send me an email at my Intel email address, which is listed under the description of this video. What's the message, ladies and gentlemen? The same message that I've always put out. Make sure that you understand what's coming. That way you can prepare for it. Because if you wait until it's here, then how are you going to be able to prepare for it? It's already here. And that's what these videos are about, is to show you what may be coming, the probabilities of you paying a higher heating and a higher electric price going forward. And now you can prepare for it now instead of being caught off guard. Having said that, I will probably put another video out here later on. I've accumulated a whole bunch of emails from you, the community members, and that's going to be the word on the street video that's going to be coming out later on today. I have to stay in the bunker for at least the next 5.5 or so hours because I am conducting a test. all right, for the video that's going to be put out later on tonight. So I have to do something anyways, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll be doing another video and putting it up later on today. Other than that, have a great day. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I am out. God bless.